You have an idea or a calling to write, or you dream of starting an entrepreneurial venture. The trouble is, every time you sit down to do the work, there's so much resistance. That's what this channel is all about, helping you as a creative move through those barriers. So if you haven't yet subscribed, get on board and keep watching, because in this video I'm going to really explore self-doubt and all the resistance that can get in the way between us and our creative dreams, and we're going to move through it today. When working on your ability to move through resistance, it's both about the way that you're viewing the resistance and also strengthening your oomph. Imagine if you saw a heavy weight on the floor and you already said, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to lift that." And even if you tried to pick it up, you'd think, "I'm not going to be able to," and you're calling yourself weak. You believe that the weight is more than you, that the resistance is always going to win. This is simply because up until now, you've let it win. You've accepted your interpretation of your weakness. Whatever your idea, that calling to write, your entrepreneurial venture, imagine that this is stronger. See the resistance as a test to that strength. You go to grab that weight, sit down to work, feel the struggle, and hear you say that the attempt at lifting, whether or not you manage the first time around, prepares you. You meet resistance with a willingness to train. You have your idea, and you welcome the doubt for how it causes you to strengthen your mind against it. Each time you question, is this idea good enough? You get to run through all of the components. You think about your audience, your readership, you improve your offer. Resistance is the weight that makes you stronger every time you lift it. Resistance is not a sign that you can't. You only can't if you don't. Feel the resistance and think, here is the test. To know that each time you attempt to take your project forward, you tone your muscles. This means that slowly resistance feels less like that immovable weight and more like the fantastic moment that you get to prove your strength. No matter what, remember. This is how you achieve a creative dream and make the impact with the words that you want to make. No matter what, I know that you can. Sometimes when I'm chatting with my clients about resistance, they might be surprised when I say to them that I meet resistance every day, as if they imagine that because I'm a coach, because I'm writing every day, that somehow it's easy for me. But it's really about that. It's because I now know how to meet resistance. I know how to keep going through resistance rather than turn and run the other way. And I think that's the mistake that people make, that every time they meet resistance, they turn and they go the other way. And so that's what they're practicing. They're not ever enabling themselves to build up the habit of how to move through it, to build up the strength, to build up that confidence in the mind. So to me now, because I've met resistance countless times a day, sometimes, I know now that I can trust myself to move through it. So now when I feel it, it doesn't make me want to run. It's quite a familiar feeling now. I think, oh, here we go, here's resistance. And I also feel within me that I know that I have exactly what it takes to be able to move through it. This is often what comes up when we're chatting in the Facebook community, so if you haven't yet come over to the Facebook community, Write No Matter What, you'll see the link below. We're in there every week meeting resistance, and I'm sharing live videos to help the writers and the creative entrepreneurs in that community to keep pushing through so that they achieve their creative dreams. Hope to see you there.